I'm Cori Ritter. I'm the Strategic Business Analyst for the Americas and Pacific, and I support global strategic projects for our sales teams. I'm originally from Eastern North Carolina, from a small town called Williamston. Oh, great question. We moved out here, my husband moved out here in 2017 for him to do a PhD program at UC Davis. And I ended up doing my MBA at UC Davis, and HM.CLAUSE came in and did a presentation and had a really cool job opening that I applied for, and we ended up loving it and putting roots here. Yeah, so growing up in East North Carolina, I grew up around ag. I actually had a peanut field in my backyard that I would go and have my afternoon snack there sometimes. And so I always grew up around it, didn't realize that you could do something in ag that wasn't actually being a farmer. And during my MBA, I actually had the opportunity to work at a local winery in Yolo County and worked harvest, where you do punch downs and bottling and checking bricks, and saw there's so many other cool things to do in ag. I got to do some consulting projects for them, and saw that I could mash what I learned in business school to the agriculture world. My favorite part is the international component that we have. I love working from people all over the world. You get such a great diversity of thought. Also, how collaborative people are here. We have so many smart people that just always love sharing and doing that knowledge transfer. And it's been great when you have that collaboration, because it's really been able to help me to advance in my projects and really learn about the industry we work in. Definitely the collaboration piece. And when I say that, it's not just within your department, it's cross-departmental, from the bottom up, the top down. And the company culture here is very unique. You don't find that everywhere you go. Yeah, for our company, I would love to see more women in leadership positions, or just more women in ag in general. I think it's definitely shifting. It's more of a male-dominated field, and I think as HM.CLAUSE, with our diversity and inclusion initiatives, we're moving that direction, but I would love to see more women in leadership positions, because again, I think there's so much value in having those different perspectives. Oh wow, the importance of agriculture. You know, you go to the grocery store and you take advantage of just having fresh produce there, it being the perfect color, the perfect size. And I had no idea how much forethought goes into having the produce I have to serve to my family on the table, and how much an integral role that our farmers play in our society, within our food chain, and all of that. I hadn't thought about that question. Well, I love tomatoes, and so I thought, like, maybe a tomato pie, my little Southern coming out, cheese and tomato. And I also just like the watermelon. I'm a big summer watermelon person, and either just eating it sliced or doing a watermelon smoothie. I guess for me, something is growing up. I was a competition cheerleader and used to travel around and like do national cheerleading competitions, which might not be that much of a surprise. I'm super peppy, but looking back, it's just crazy to think that and if you don't know what it is, like you see on ESPN, they do those routines and the flips and the big bows and a lot of pageantry, but it does take a lot of athleticism. But just love doing that. And I was the person doing all the flips. And for me, it's crazy because I can hardly touch my toes now that I ever used to do that kind of stuff. But yeah. Yeah. So I would suggest is doing informational interviews is so great. If there's someone that you think that they have a cool job or they work for a cool company, just reach out to them and talk to them. I think a lot of times that we have these preconceived notions of what people do or what an industry is like, and it's just good to do that information gathering and to make that contact. And then also, like what I did, just go and work, just like get an internship, you know what I mean? Like I always thought, like for wine, for example, I was like, I'm just going to go try it and see if I like it, or try to get an internship and get your feet wet. There's just a lot of power in that exposure.